seen again.
What's up guys, Steve here from Warrior Planet Tanks, and I'm here today in Chesapeake getting ready to do a Zen tank, so I figured I would scape it out and let you guys watch. I'm here with a buddy of mine. He saw the Zen tank on one of my videos. He wanted a replica one, so I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it a little different. So I hope you guys enjoy. You want to get the camera? So he's going to film, and I'm going to go on camera for the first time ever, and we're going to get started. Alright. So I'm playing around with some of the rock scaping here, and so we're gonna do rock. I'm gonna do the smooth black river stone in the front. Then I got some plants that I'm gonna throw in there. And as I'm putting each plant down, I'll tell you what it is and a little bit about it. I already went ahead and put the Fuller's Earth down, and then I capped it off with some black sand. And underneath this layer of black sand, to keep it from going anaerobic, I have Gardener's lava rock here. I'm gonna mess it up and show you guys what I'm talking about. This right here, it's just small lava rock, and that helps to keep your substrate from going anaerobic, and also it helps to host your nitrifying bacteria as well. So I'm going to play around with some rocks, and you guys just hang out and watch. First things first though, we got to fix this Buddha man. And basically all this is it's a straight up piece of regular like Home Depot slate, and you can get a box of it for dirt cheap, and I just take it and drop it on the driveway, and whatever crazy shapes I get, that's what I do. And then, you know, I just hit it with the paintbrush to kind of soften the edges a little bit, because there's going to be some plants going in and around this thing. Alright, let's get it rocked out. So here we got all the rock I'm going to be using, and I took a chisel and a sledgehammer and busted up some rock, and now I'm going to play. Let's see what we got here. Something. Okay. This one's pretty sweet. You know, Robert, you can talk too. You don't have to be the imaginary man behind the camera.
Well, I really appreciate you coming out and tackling this project. It looks good so far.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Now, why are you spraying it with water?
Well, what I'm doing is I like to keep it moist, and I want this top layer of substrate to stay moist. And also, when I hit it with water, it gives me an idea of what the rock's going to look like after we get it filled. And it just kind of, you know, helps it settle in a little better. It's just something I've always done.
Yeah, they're obviously not the same colors, so.
So the way I'm looking at it is I kind of want some contrast in here for you, since you got a couple ornaments that you want to go in here. I don't want it to. I want you to have to look at the ornaments to find them.
Okay.
So I'm making one side really dynamic with a lot of rock work, and then I'm gonna intermingle the plants in there for you. But I'm gonna make it to where you have to look for the ornaments in here.
Sounds good.
That's pointless. That's not pointless. That's good. Okay, this one I have plans for. So I'm going to show you what I did for you. I went ahead and I mounted some stuff ahead of time. And this is what we're going to be using. And this is going to be like more of a centerpiece right here. This is Anubias. And this is Fraseri. And I wanted to do this like this. That's exactly what we're going to do. Let's get that wet. It's going to look real good. And then I got a few other ones too. This is a smaller Fraseri that I mounted for you, and I'm going to throw it right here. So it's behind this big rock, and you really can't see the root work on it, but at the same time you can just see the plant poking up over the top.
Looks good.
Now all these plants are, you know, they're darn near bulletproof, but these are some of the cooler varieties of Anubias that a lot of people don't really get to see a whole lot of. And then I got you some tried and true classics as well. I got one of each here. I got you some Barteri, and then I got you some Barteri Nana. This is just a round leaf. This is the Nana right here, and that's already been mounted too. And what I'm gonna do with it is, I'm actually going to sneak it in here some way. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that'll look great. Let's do that. This is the cool part about having OCD. So we're not doing that anymore. We're going to lay this bad boy down, and then I got another trick I'm going to show you. Where to lay it. What do you think?
Yeah, that looks good. Somewhere in
there. Still got the bridge and the little pagoda.
Right.
That'll do. That'll do.
Okay.
So then we're going to do this. I like that. But I do like that. Now let's get that wet.
It's starting to look
It's
good
starting
already.
to come. Yeah, it's starting to come, bro. So what we got. All right. And of course, you can't have a Zen tank without bamboo. So what I'm using is the Lucky Bamboo that you can get at any store, Walmart, whatever. But this is actually not bamboo. This is a Dracaena, if I said that right. And it is not a true aquatic plant. However, it will grow in water. So the way I'm setting these up, as you can see, this is not a rimless. It's a regular 40-gallon breeder, but nonetheless, we're going to go no top on this bad boy. We're going to put a HOB on here, and these are going to grow up out of the top of the tank. So I'm going to go ahead and start placing these in different places in here. Let me pull out my tools. So if you're going to plant up an aquarium, I just brought 3 today. I brought my regular pin sets, and I brought my curved pin sets, and then I brought my trimming scissors. But there's a few other tools I use, like a spade to move gravel around. And then there's a few others as well, but these 2 at the minimum, these 3 right here, if you're going to keep plants to do your maintenance, planting, etc.
I see you can use either end of them.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what I do. I mean, you got to do what works, whatever works, you know.
Now, can you find those in any?
You know, I got these. Any aquarium store should have them.
Okay.
But you know me, I'm cheap. And I actually got those for like $1 on one of those websites. I mean, I had to wait like 10 years for them to be shipped back from China. But,
yeah,
you know, $1's $1, man. Actually ended up buying 2 sets. Yeah, you want to catch it from the front?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good.
Yeah.
So we got 3 more to install. And yeah, I'm going to install one in that back corner. I'm going to install the other 2 over here.
Okay.
You know, really want it to be relaxing, so I didn't want too much going on in this one. So I kind of wanted to go give it a minimalist effect, if you will. So I'm going to try to anyway. And this stuff should grow up in out of the aquarium just fine. I'm going to show this fancy light setup we got here, which is actually really sweet, which goes along with my do-it-yourself ethos when it comes to the hobby. You know, you don't have to go out and spend a ton of money to have something that looks pretty sweet. Okay. That one looks good there. We're going to put this one in this back corner right here. Keeping in mind, you're going to want the filter over on this side.
Wherever.
Alright, I'll get it where I
put it
fit,
where
bro.
the design works for it.
Alright. That's the way I like it. I kind of let the tank tell me what to do, you know?
There you go. Filters just has to be there. So.
Yeah. And I mean, it's simple enough, you know. This is actually, guys, this is actually going to be a sorority tank for some female bettas. So after we get it up and cycled, we're going to go pick out some pretty sweet female bettas, and then I'm going to film this one again after, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks to see what's up with the progress. Yeah, that's starting to look pretty decent, bro.
Yeah.
There's too much bamboo over here. Let me move this one. Yeah.
You can put a couple close to each other if you want.
I'm gonna put one right here. How about
That'll work.
that? You can see the fuller's earth. I mean, not so much crazy about the substrate. That can be fixed. It's not a problem. Just want to make sure these things are in here nice and snug, so they will float up on you. Alright, so that's that. So let's get to the real plants. Let me spray this down real good and we can get to the real plants. So on top of that, we're gonna throw in some cryptocurrent in here. I don't know what I grabbed out of the grow room. Either bronze, it's either bronze or red. It's not a green. That's just a real low light, low tech plant, and it'll look good. The other thing I'm gonna throw in here is some Temple Hydro, and I'm gonna throw in here I'm gonna actually do that now. I'm gonna throw in a pygmy chain right here in the front of the little Buddha, just to give it a real sweet effect. So if you guys have never unpotted a plant before and it comes in rock wool, I'm gonna show you how I do it, what works for me. And you know, I love these scissors because they're sharp. You just remove the pot, and I'm doing this for the camera. I'm gonna move to the sink, but you just separate it from the rock wool, plug it out, and then I'm gonna take my pincettes and get as much of the rock wool off of this plant as I possibly can. Then I'm gonna dunk it in there. You know, and this chain's seen better days, but as soon as we get it in here under some good light, I think it'll spruce up real nice. It's gonna go across the front here. I think that's gonna give you a real nice effect. So let me get this rinsed off. Now, a lot of people say, well, you know, you're using sink water. Well, there's no fish in there. We're cycling this tank anyway. You can use sink water. It's not gonna hurt anything.
And you set up a aquarium with plants like you would set up an aquarium without plants?
Absolutely. Talking about the
when it comes to chemicals,
the cycle and the
cycle and all
bacteria,
that, yes.
everything. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
So I'm actually gonna break that into a couple sprigs. I'm gonna leave this one. This looks like the mama.
What is the biggest difference between a planted and an unplanted tank?
The plants.
Well,
Really and truly.
besides the plant,
I mean,
care-wise, I'm talking about.
care-wise,
Some people might get intimidated with the plants.
right.
The fish.
Fish,
in
not
an
so much. Yeah,
aquarium.
I
I
can see
mean,
that.
you expect to have fish in an aquarium, so most people get over that pretty quick.
Yeah.
But most people don't know what to do with a plant.
Well, the plants have their basic needs: light, food, proper substrate, etc.
Now, food as in
Your fertilizers and your
fertilizer.
nutrients.
Okay, so that's all
know.
extra you got to buy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, I mean, there's ways around it. I mean, you can use your fish load, which I don't recommend. I mean, I do it, but, you know, there's nutrients. One of my videos, I actually went in a little bit and showed some of the different nutrients that I use. And then a couple people from GHAC, the Greater Houston Aquarium Club, they turned me on to Thrive. It's a NILCOG. And, you know, you saw me using it in one of my grow room videos, but that stuff is pretty decent. Other than that, I've used Seachem pretty much consistently the whole time that I've been doing it. They're one of the more reputable aquarium nutrient supplements. They make it all, and you know they care about the hobby. It's hobbyists doing it, not business people. So that gives it another aspect. So let's get this wet. But this is your Star Temple Hydro, or your Temple Hydro. I'm gonna throw this in here, and it's seen better days. It didn't take the ride too good with this weather we've been having, but we get some water in her and she'll spruce right back up, and it's gonna, this is a bunch plant. I got this in from the vendor in a bunch, but I just had this growing in regular Home Depot sand, bro. And look at all these roots. These are just cuttings, just stem cuttings.
Looks good.
Yeah, so you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. So I kind of like to just get an idea and spread them out, and it's just a little bit because this stuff grows a lot.
Okay.
And I'm going to take some leaves off. You know, and you can trim as needed, even after we get a feel on this bad boy. When I look at it with water, it's a lot different, and
right.
you know, I can come in here and snip what I need to.
Mm-hmm.
Etc. One's gonna go there, and then I'm gonna do a bunch. Okay, that's gonna be good. All right. And then let me get the crips out. So when I was thinking about this last night, I wanted to do all these along the back. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And these are cuttings off of some of my mother plants. So they got the little rhizome on here.
Right.
I think I've floated these for about 2 weeks. They're already starting new roots.
Sweet. And
I took all the leaves off except for a little bit so they don't melt on you. You just dunk them in there. I mean, it's real easy. And they'll come out. Like, these guys are already raging to grow, so they'll be fine.
Now all these plants survive off the same type of plant food?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And you know, just the nerd in me trying to go with the theme. You know, some of these are like, this is South American. Your Nubius is coming out of Africa. The Hygro is I think that's Siamensis. And this South American too. And the Crypt is Southeast Asian.
Okay.
So it'll lend a little truth to the whole Zen thing. Okay, so like all this right here, there's new growth in there, but this stuff, completely unnecessary. So just give it a hack. And I'm actually going to bury this, and it's going to sprout out you some new. Okay, if you want to pause, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, guys, and then when we get it going here, we're going to come back and show you what it looks like.
All right, see you then.
Okay, so we're back. Everything has been scaped out. Install a little HOB on the side there. There's your Buddha man right there. And we're about to clean it up, wipe it down, and get a feel. So you guys have never seen how you feel it. And this is always a nerve-wracking part, but I think we'll be fine. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to give the camera back to Rob. And we're going to get started filling this bad boy. But I think it looks pretty decent. We'll see here in a second after we get some water in it. And then when I come back in a few weeks after a cycle, we're going to get a sorority going with some pretty sweet females. So you guys sit tight. We're going to get this thing filled up. And then I'll be back. And we'll finish it up. So we're going ahead and getting it filled right now. And I am not going to torture you guys and make you guys watch this thing fill up with water, because all we want to see is what it looks like with water in it. But I do want to show you API is another brand of stuff that I recommend, because you can find it just about anywhere and it's pretty decent stuff. But we're going to throw some of this in here, some Quick Start, which has the enzymes and helps start your cycle. I'm going to throw some Stress Zyme in there. We're going to throw some Stress Coat. and we're gonna spike it with some water from another tank. And speaking of this, let me show you guys this tank real fast. Let me walk over here. So I bit Robert with the poison about, I don't know what, like 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And this thing was just sitting in my garage, and I was like, you know, we were talking, and I was like, I'll give it to you. And Robert, being the big kid he is, he made a pirate-themed fish tank, which I think is really sweet. The flag, all the colors and stuff. He's got a real nice group of Buenos Aires in there. Some, you know, I recommended them the fish to get. I told them to get the black skirts because they kind of look like pirates. And then, you know, the silver dollars to kind of match the, he had some doubloons in here. There's one back there in the corner. It was just a really cool tank. Custom built stand. He's pretty handy, you know, built the stand. Got crown molding and everything. You know, made me feel some kind of way. So he's building me a stand. He doesn't know it yet, but I figured I would show you guys this tank because it's pretty sweet. It's just a 55. It's got the ocean background. It looks real sweet. Volcano, ship, all the crazy stuff that goes along with it. And it's just a real sweet tank. You see he's running the 1000s. That's all you need. He's running 2, so he's got overfiltration in here. And then his fish are being real shy. You know, I'm not going to say that on camera, but we know why they're shy. But let's get back to this other tank. As soon as it gets done, I'm going to wrap this video up and show you guys what it looks like. Then I'll see you here in a few. So we're done with this one. I think it looks pretty decent. It turned out all right. Waiting for the plants to settle back in and perk up. Got the HOB off to the side. This is the top view. And check out the lights. Like I said, Home Depot all day long. And actually these are going to be suspended with the chains. Right now we just got the clamps on them. And then too, I think also the back, this one's going to get blacked out. The only reason you know, it didn't get done today is because I didn't have time, any other time, to get it scaped out, and there's nothing to move it. And well, you left it away from the wall enough so you can paint the back and black it out. But there's your rock work. You got your hydro in there, your different kinds of Anubias. I got this pygmy chain sword laid out here in this river rock field so it can grow up in between all that river rock and grow in and look really good. Left the corner back there plain because I heavily dosed it with some crypt, and as soon as this hydro takes over, it's gonna all grow in between the bamboo and give it like a foresty look. So that's it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. This is Steve from Warrior Planet Tanks. I'm out.